Valve. It's a name that carries weight, prestige, and lifelong gambling addictions. Each time they descend from the clouds to our mortal plane, Valve gives us a masterpiece. And once again, they are cooking up something massive. And no, it's not Half-Life 3, sorry. Deadlock. It's Deadlock. Yeah, I know, you guys have probably heard about this game before. It's not really a secret or anything, and I'm not here to tell you something like, Deadlock is changing MOBAs forever. Deadlock is the best thing to happen to me. Deadlock stole my wife, and now I watch them from the cuck chair. Like a million other videos are. But I do want to highlight some of my thoughts about the game, because I have delusionally convinced myself that you people actually want to hear them. Whenever Valve drops a new game, it's not simply one of the best in its genre. No, it defines the genre. Puzzle games? Portal. Sandbox? Gmod. Hero shooters? TF2. Oh, I'm sorry, was there another game you were thinking about? No. That's what I thought. And this makes Deadlock a very interesting deviation because in the world of MOBAs, only one reigns supreme. League has been at the top of MOBAs since I was pooping my pants and pissing the bed. Which begs the question, can Deadlock do it? Can they dethrone the king and take the seat as the definitive MOBA? I saw this Reddit comment on a thread asking why doesn't Valve continue to support Dota 2? Now the thread really isn't that important, but the comment is very interesting. Mavman11 says because Valve has so much money, they allow their devs to work on whatever they want. New young developers want to work on new hip games like Deadlock. Realistically, Deadlock will never compete with League or Dota, but Valve doesn't care. That's interesting. Deadlock will never compete with Dota 2 or League. And you know what, Mavman? I think you might just be right. Because they're not trying to. One game is all it takes in Deadlock, and you will know it's not trying to copy anything or compete with anything. Valve is doing what it's always done, and saying, nah, I'ma do my own thing. And clearly it's working. There's around 60 to 80,000 people playing at any given time, and the game's not even finished. Holiday's gun doesn't have textures. Gooman and Frozone share the same character model. I mean, this entrance doesn't even have a door, man. Wait a minute.
Checking in?
This game is so far from being finished, but it already has a devoted fan base ready to download when it fully drops. Which brings up my first concern that I think could actually spell the downfall for Deadlock. The longer this game sits in development, current players are only going to get better. I just know, as I'm writing this script, some cornball sweatlord is theory crafting the definitive way to best farm the map one-handed while looking at fanfiction on his second monitor. If we sit in development stage for another year or oh gosh, 2 years?
Say wallahi, bro. Say wallahi.
I fear the gap between new players and existing players will just be too big. So, what's the solution? Well, thank you for asking. I actually have two. 1. Playtest windows. Valve can set week-long playtest schedules instead of just having the game open at all times. In theory, this will help slow down player progression while still receiving that player feedback. Or if Valve wants to keep the game open for the foreseeable future, just don't reset the ranks when the game comes out. This way, new players can get introduced to the game with other new players, instead of facing a Lash 1 trick and instantly wanting to blow their brains out. A second point of concern is the matchmaking. Andrew Chicken, the GOAT, made a video on this, but to sum it down, it's really bad. StatLocker is a website that tracks your games and evaluates your actual skill level, regardless of what your rank is in-game. And we can just see from one of my games, we are all over the place. This is an Archon 3 game, so in the rank ladder, it's right here. And actually, only 2 people out of the 12 are even close to this rank. The rest are miles below. Pichu Lover's in Ritualist 4. Buddhist Monk is an Emissary 2. Poor Jacob W is an Arcanist 3 and somehow found himself an Archon 3. Face is Emissary 4. Deep is Emissary 2. Dicey's Emissary 1. And yeah, my girl pegs me is Ritualist 3. I mean, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Now, 2 of these players can't have their ranks calculated, but just from one example, we can see Deadlock is just pulling people from wherever they want. And I know what you're thinking. Well, you know, maybe the StatLocker website is just wrong. Would you like to take a guess on what 2 players did the best in the game? If you said these 2, congratulations, you're my special little kitten. And I know you're screaming at your monitor. Ghost, why Why are people's ranks so drastically different from their express skill level? And what can we do to stop it? And for this problem, I don't know, man. Matchmaking has always been a hard thing to nail down in any video game, and unfortunately your boy is just not smart enough to give any confident answers. But I really do hope that they find some sort of solution before the game releases, because at least decent matchmaking is necessary for a game to succeed, and I think it's very important for this game to succeed. In the modern gaming landscape, we are seeing that really the only people innovating and actually using any creative thinking is indie studios. AAA companies these days just feel like they've become a mechanical, lifeless void of sadness. Just putting out unfinished slop, uninspired slop, copy slop. It's all slop. It's all slop. And maybe, just maybe, if they see that Deadlock can pull a fan base from an original concept, I don't know, maybe they'll finally learn that taking risks can be beneficial for everyone. Thank you guys for the support on the last video. It really does mean a ton. If you guys watched to the end of this one, go freaking smash that subscribe button, yo, and leave a comment on what you want me to yap about next. But for right now, I will see you guys later. Okay, bye-bye. Bye.